Hello everyone. I'm going to tell you a story of my life from yesterday, so let's start. So I was happy and peacefully playing and then my phone rings. So I rushed to my room. And it was my best friend's call. She asked me about my biostatistics homework. Being a laziest person, my homework was incomplete. After enough motivation from my best friend, I decided to do the homework and obviously I searched on Google. But nowadays Google is full of research papers. My mood changed from happy to unhappy because I am the laziest person and dependent on Google for all of my works. But by God's grace, Dr. Andy Neal's student called me and told me that she can explain me the homework. Now let's see what she explains. Hi everyone. First of all, let's read the question. A new test to diagnose UTI in women is being assessed. The comparison gold standard is positive urine dipstick plus urine culture. Results are given below. So in the results, we have given the 2x2 table and we are asked to solve about sensitivity, specificity, positive predictive value and negative predictive value. Before solving, listen to my trick to solve such questions without using your brains. I have given different emojis for these 4 terms which are asked in the question. Whenever I see the word sensitivity, something negative comes to my mind. For example, his teeth are sensitive to cold drinks. I see specificity as opposite of sensitivity. Now let's differentiate between positive and negative predictive value. Whenever I see the word PPV or positive predictive value, a picture comes to my mind with clock, calendar and money showing positive predictivity of our future with arrow pointing forwards. And I see negative predictive value or NPV as opposite of PPV. So here the arrow pointing downwards showing sensitivity and arrow pointing upwards showing specificity. And I've already told you a story how to learn these arrows. Sensitivity means something negative, so arrow pointing downwards, and specificity as opposite of sensitivity, so arrow pointing upwards. Now let's try to make the formula for sensitivity related with the story which I told you just now. So sensitivity means something negative, so arrow pointing downwards. And there are 2 terms given, A and B. So formula for sensitivity is A upon A plus B. So A is dragging A with B in the negative direction. Okay. So for now, just focus on our A and B in this question, which is 400 and 100. So now we can easily calculate for sensitivity as A upon A plus B, 400 upon 400 plus 100, and you can calculate. So after our calculation, our sensitivity comes out to be 80%. I hope this is very easy trick to solve this question. Now in the same way, we can make the formula of specificity too. So we learned specificity as opposite of sensitivity. So sensitivity was something negative, so specificity will be something positive. So arrow pointing upwards means D is dragging C and D in the upward direction, in the positive direction. So formula of specificity will be D upon D plus C. Now let's put the values of D and C. So specificity pointing arrow upwards, and in this question our D is 450 and C is 50. So 450 upon 450 plus 50. So our specificity come out to be as 90%. Now let's make formula of PPV and NPV. So from our story we can conclude that PPV or positive predictive value was something showing arrow in the positive direction, in the, or not positive, we can say in the forward direction, showing our positive predictivity of our future, as we can conclude from story. So from on the screen you can see an arrow pointing in the forward direction. This shows our PPV. An arrow pointing in the backward direction as opposite of PPV is showing NPV. So now let's make the formula of PPV. So PPV is showing arrow pointing in the forward direction. So A is dragging A with C in the forward direction. So the formula of PPV will be A upon A plus C. And same we can use for NPV. So NPV is arrow pointing in the backward direction. So D upon B plus D. Now, without watching those formulas, we can easily solve the PPV and NPV too. So, for PPV, arrow in the forward direction, so 400 upon 400 plus 50, and NPV or negative predictive value as arrow in the backward direction, so 450 upon 450 plus 100, and PPV 400 upon 400 plus 50. So our PPV comes out to be approximately 88.8% as you can see on your screen, and NPV comes out to be as 81.8%. So I always use such stories for solving my biostatistics question. So in this way you can solve for sensitivity, specificity, PPV and NPV. So you don't need to learn any kind of formula, and also you don't need to learn story also, because I made this story with the terms like sensitivity means something positive. Something negative. Specificity means something positive. PPV means showing arrow in the forward direction, positive predictivity of our future, and NPV as opposite. Finally, thanks to the girl who solved my biostatistics question. So now, let's turn to playing our game and resume our game.